This last week was my very first week of training for a marathon, and it went pretty good. So my first training day was Tuesday of last week, and I ran 3 miles. Tried a new running form. I'm trying like kicking up and really lifting my leg up as well to activate my hamstrings and my quads. Because normally when I run, I get knee pain and I really I'm pretty quick, but I really heel strike. I don't know if you guys know what that means necessarily, but if this is the ground and like this is my foot and this is my leg, you go like this and you really impact like that really far out, and it just puts a lot of stress on your knees. So I'm trying to do a lot less of that. But basically my training regimen was 3 miles on Tuesday, took a rest day, which was very much needed, then ran another 3 miles on Thursday. And then my legs kind of felt it. So I was like, all right, I need to chill for a little bit. So I took a break on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from actual running. I still did other stuff. And then on Monday, I did a solid 2 miles, which felt good. And today I feel like decent with it. So like my legs, they don't really hurt super bad, but kind of after the run they did. So I think this easing into it thing is really, really important, because if I had just kept running and running and running, I'd be pretty beat up right now. So this is really good. But today, since I keep stretching, I keep doing yoga every day. So that's pretty cool because I'm trying to really stretch out my legs and my knees and keep them limber all the time. So today, I think I'm going to go for another 2 to 3 mile run. So that's not bad for a first week. So for a first week, I'll run 8 miles and not too much pain. Not as much pain as I've had in the past. And the form that I'm trying, I can kind of show a side visualization of what I'm trying to think in my head of it. So this is basically how I'm trying to visualize it. I'm trying to think of landing with my heel and kind of like the ball of my feet at the same time right underneath like this exact center of gravity for me. And when I go like this, I'm then pushing off and up. So I'm really doing like a huge movement like this. So I'm thinking about basically kicking myself in the butt while I do it. Kick, and then like lift my leg up like this and back down again. So because I've heard of that a lot, of like you want like a circular motion while you run. This is what I was doing before. It was just, and then I would run and I'd go like this. And this is really what it would look like. I'd push my leg out and hit like that. So my leg was super far in front and flat. And when you're running fast, you're going like that, and it sends the shockwave all up through your leg. So this way, I think it'll be a little bit less impact and less and more. But look, I don't truly know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of taking little bits and pieces of what I've heard from like YouTube videos and other friends that I know that run. So I don't know if I'm really doing this right, but I want to try it out for a little bit to see if it hurts less, because the other way obviously wasn't working. Couldn't sustain it. I would definitely not be able to build up to a marathon. So using this way, incorporate more rest days, incorporate what I think is a little bit less impact running, I think it'll work well. But yeah, so this first week, a little bit behind schedule, just because I took like a few extra rest days in there. So this next week, hopefully I'll need less rest days and I can get some more miles in. The actual cardio isn't my problem. This last week, it was easy. Running 3 miles, breathing, no problem. I was running about 9:30 to 10:30 pace. Really, really chill, super easy. Not a dang problem. I would like to run faster, but I am running with a partner and he's going a bit slower. So it's not necessarily bad, but when I'm doing like my strike, I'm not really pushing off. I'm just kind of like kicking my leg up because I'm going slower. So I think when I actually go faster, it'll be a lot easier because I'll be able to just basically waste less energy, which will be really nice, because in the past when I've run, you get in this like really nice groove of like, oh, you're not thinking about running anymore. You're just breathing and going through, and you find your speed, and all of a sudden like your breathing isn't stressed anymore. And my pace, when I find that, is much faster than what I'm going right now. It's a weird thing to think that you could find your pace going faster. Mine is definitely not super slow. And it's definitely not like 4-minute mile paces like whatever like Eliud Kipchoge does, not me. So I'm going to keep trying to work on that, increase my pace a little bit, hopefully increase my partner's pace a bit, and hopefully this next week I get a log 6 more miles than my last week, so not bad.